Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be asking whether the mouse is worth grinding or staying away from. See, this is a German super heavy that has been always very mixed in terms of opinions. It's got good DPM at 2,550. It's totally enough to get the job done, especially when you also pair in the 3,074 hit points and the pretty good armor. But you've also got some big downsides. First of all, the tank only achieves its top speed of 25. And not only that, but it doesn't have the most armor on the sides. Like, sure, if you're angling it, you're going to get bounces. But flat side, everything's going to be buttering you. And this is a meta where mediums are still very dangerous. So the mouse is going to be really good if you can use that frontal protection against other heavies, but it's going to be really bad the moment your team falls apart, the moment that you are reliant on your team. And that's really the issue with all super heavies. I was playing with my friend earlier today, and he was playing the Type 5 heavy, and I was in the BZT-70 because we were just trying to have some fun. And basically every single game that we played, we would just get overrun because our medium flank would die in the first 20 seconds. And even if we had gone to the medium side, by the time we would have gotten there, it still would have been done. And that's the problem with super heavies, right? Is the way that the game is designed, it just seems like if there's a lot of mediums, you're going to really struggle in a vehicle like the mouse. This is not a great map for really any non-hull down heavy. Now, we do have some hull down tanks. We have an M6 Show, we have a 4.52, but we do have some dangerous threats as well, like a Kron, a Super Conch, and even an ST1, which has pretty good heat pen. So I'm going to have to be pretty careful in that regard. We're going to make our way over to base A, because there's really nowhere else we are able to reliably go. I mean, I guess I could go to base B and try to use the buildings, but problem is you're very easy to hit for people that overlook you. So for now, I think we'll head over to base A, and we'll play it by year and see how it goes. Alrighty, full speed ahead. Now what's interesting is while the mouse may not feature the highest top speed, it does actually have a pretty good power to weight ratio. So it can still get up to 25 pretty quickly, which isn't all that bad. The worst thing about the mouse is the traverse speed, right? I mean, you're super large and super long, and, well, mediums, again, they're going to be a big threat. Also, tank destroyers, they're also going to be a big threat because they can kind of butter right through your armor still. But we have the enemy Kron, and our 4.52 cuts right through him, but unfortunately the 4.52 is also in the most exposed spot, so his armor probably isn't going to work all too well there. We have the enemy Super Conch spotted. Why are we spawn camping in a Super Concher? I do not know, but there you go. Nice 453. You can see how long I had to aim in there just to get one penning shell. That is because the mouse does not feature very good accuracy. In fact, it's one of the least accurate guns in tier 10. But this is where the mouse will excel, right? Having this armor is very impressive. And there's one nice pen into you. We're just going to keep angling and wiggling. They fire HE. Okay, goes right through my lower plate. But at the end of the day, I don't really care because we've already taken a full health heavy out of the game, the BZ75. And while the 7.52 did bleed us, at the end of the day, we are still a very, very dangerous threat. As I've said, our gun isn't bad in terms of DPM. And if you can get this thing frontlining, it's going to be tricky for enemies to cut through you. Ah, there it is, the 183, not penning us, but still managing to deal upwards of 600 damage with a frickin' splash? Like, really, game? Once again, the 183 does an excellent job at ruining any semblance of fun due to the ridiculous level of damage per shot that thing can deal. There's the 183, and what a shocker. He's looking at me. Another non-penning HE for another 560 damage. But sucks for you, 183. Never mind, it doesn't suck for you. My gun sucks for me. But that 183 killed himself. He got spotted and threw his entire game away to shoot me. So, if you were to ask me who the winner of this engagement is, I'd have to say the mouse. We're up to 3,500 damage. We have the Kron. We also have the Super Conch still, which isn't necessarily great. Let's aim it on that Kron. Boom. As I said, the gun on this tank sucks. It is the worst part of the mouse, the gun. The armor still isn't amazing either, as you've probably noticed. Like, the armor can get bounces, but it's definitely nothing crazy. We only blocked 860, and it's not for lack of trying. I mean, I angled this thing pretty well, But they still just went right through my lower plate, and if I had angled it any further, then I'm pretty sure they would have just gone right through my side armor. So I don't really think we played it wrong in that regard. And we do get a nice 380 into the Super Conqueror, so it's not bad. We assisted 2,587. We have dealt now 3,800 damage, and we loaded an HE taking out the Super Conch, and there you go. 3,941 damage. But you can still see the problem with the MAUS, right? I mean, the gun sucks. That's just a fact. We missed shots on the Kron, which I feel like we shouldn't have, and same for that 183. That was a pretty easy shot. The fact that that missed is pretty frustrating. But the other thing that was kind of frustrating was the fact that this 183, who's 43% in the last 30 days, it takes off 600 damage with 2 non-penning HEs. For some reason, the MAUS is very, very weak to high explosive. It's something I've never understood. When I use the BZT-70, I can just HE the MAUS in the upper engine deck by splashing it on the lower half of the turret cheek, and it'll deal literally 600, 700 damage. And it's a little ridiculous. I feel like a German super heavy, especially one as beefy and robust as this, should be able to take more of a beating. But, oh well. The MAUS still did its job in that game. We used our hit points as a meat shield for the rest of our team. We killed the BZ. We killed the 752. We got the 183 killed as well. So our one vehicle basically took out 3 tanks. But now we're on Castilla, the worst map in the game for a super heavy. Because what we have to do, if you take a look at the minimap, is we have to go from here, and we have to go all the way down this road, down here, and then we have an option. We can either go to base A, or we can go to mid. And it really depends on how the game is unfolding, but the question is, if I go to mid, am I going to be farmed out by tanks at C, potentially tanks camping here, and vehicles on the hill? If I go to A, then I have to worry about tanks sitting on the ridge. I could go up the ridge, but then I'd spend 8 years trying to sit there and climb all the way up it to then probably not deal any damage. So really, either option sucks. Like, either way, driving to base A or B sucks. And you could say, why not drive to C? What am I going to do there? Tank destroyers can just sit on the ridgeline and farm every existence that you have. This is such a poorly designed map. It's insane to me that Wargaming still has not fixed it, even in the slightest. But, oh well. Unfortunately, we get punished. And our bat chat is spawn camping. Truly amazing, you know? The vehicle that you rely on most is deciding to drive all the way up top and farm off the rest of their team. Very frustrating gameplay from our teammates here. Basically, it's putting me in a much, much worse situation. And that's not really instilling any confidence in me. Oh my god. This is cooked. This is absolutely cooked, guys. This is horrible. I don't even know what to do. Our Caro is great. So this game is it's potentially already a loss. Now what we're going to do here is we are going to cut through mid, and then we're going to go into this position just like this. Is our Caro back? Nope. Still trying to climb up that hill. Yeah, we're gonna cut through over here. We're gonna cross this really quickly, and there you go. We have the enemy VZ, we have the enemy E4. I'm gonna go for the E4 because it's a bigger threat. We get a bounce. I'm not too worried about tanks on my side right now, so we'll just keep chilling here. And let's aim it on the enemy VZ. Let's go for the 116. Boom, there you go. While this gun may not be very accurate, it's still totally fine if you want to get a shell out. Ah, there it is. The medium flank already shooting me. How fun. Imagine if our Caro, or our Batchat, or literally anybody else decided to actually do their role. What a crazy thought. What a thought. Well, is the VZ going to cross? Because if he does, we can get another shell into him in the crossing. The Batchat is going to push our teammate, and it looks like our teammate actually decided to come back, so that's pretty nice. Let's see. Will the VZ cross? Honestly, I don't even care if they do. Well, I'm just gonna jump down. 116 could potentially bleed me out, but I don't think they're going to. We're gonna move over here. My whole team, by the way, is bailing on me, so that's amazing. Alright, and there you go. Nice shot. Now we have to angle our vehicle against 2 tanks. Thankfully, I'm pretty decent at angling the MAUS. So, get 1 pen into you. Get a pen into you. Keep on wiggling. God, this team sucks, though. Oh, great. Now we have the 60 on us. We get a bounce. Okay, nice. We got the 116 poking. Get a pen into you. I think the best play to make right now is to just back on up, just like this. Keep on backing up. Keep on backing up. We have the VZ, which may pen me, but we hit him back. We love autoloaders, guys. They're so fun. Alright. Let's chill over here. We have the 60 TP after us now. Still, no sign of support from my team. Pretty sad, actually. Alright, let's angle my vehicle. We have the E4, and I'm going to just angle my tank against the 60. It's pretty impressive that he's scared of me. Bro, you have 2,600 health, and you're scared of a 1,000 hit point mouse. It's pretty tragic, I'm going to be honest. I'm not poking you. You think in any world... I mean, actually, I might poke him because we have teammates now supporting us. We have the 116 above. I'm going to move up a bit. And let's see. The 60 shoots, which means I can now aim in on his side and completely bounce. The VZ shoots. Okay. I'm going to angle my vehicle. And let's see. Let's aim it on the 60 TP side. And that time we do actually pen the shell. And we go back to angulating our vehicle. We're up to 3,800, which is quite good, I have to say. And aiming in again. Boom. There you go. Another 486. Alright. It's pretty good so far. It's pretty sad that the enemy team is scared of me. Alright. VZ. Pokes. I get a nice shell into their lower plate, which bleeds them down to a one-shot. Oh, God. This isn't good. Okay, nice. We get a bounce from you. Now we're going to head this way, and we're going to aim it on the 60 TP. Let's go for the lower plate. Boom. 425. I'm going to be honest, I was the team this game. Like, I don't think we would have won this if I didn't do what I did. The fact that I was able to single-handedly hold off an entire enemy team is pretty crazy. Oh, go away. I didn't want to go for this guy. I wanted to go for the other tank, but I guess you make with what you have. There you go. Goodbye. 3,700 damage blocked. 5,300 dealt. This is the kind of game that you dream and salivate over in the MAUS. You dream of games like this. The enemy team did not know what to do against me. And even though my team absolutely sucked, I played the game right, I put myself in a proper position, and I was able to take advantage of that. So I can't get that mad. Overall, what do I think about the MAUS? I think it's decent. I think that in the current state, the armor is effective, right? Some games you play, the armor's not going to work, especially against high pen heavies. The Object 752 with heat has like 360 mils, and it's not going to struggle to cut through most of your angles, especially because heat just butters through everything. But especially against vehicles like the 116 F3 that have very poor heat pen, I do genuinely believe that the MAUS is going to be quite the capable tank. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I don't really know what to say. I would say the MAUS right now is a 7 out of 10. Still got a lot of major weaknesses, mobility being the biggest one, but obviously having armor, a decent level of DPM, and gaining penetration means that you can now actually pretty reliably cut through vehicles like an E100 turret. So overall, I think it's not too bad. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.